Hi everyone, thank you for watching my channel. I am Mrs. Black Gold, and today is going to be like a book talk Thursday. It's going to be all about books, especially because happy National Book Lovers Day. That is exciting. I learned about it yesterday via email I got. Someone mentioned it. If you watch my channel, you know I love books from the DollarTree, but I'm also been blessed and very fortunate that someone provided me this book, which is titled Helen's Scars. It's a memoir. It's by, and I've heard this name pronounced two ways, Johanna or Johanna. So Johanna Sparrow and H. Smith. Let me show you the book. Sorry for the glare. There you go. And this is the back of the book. That is a picture of Johanna Sparrow. Now let me tell you, I have some stuff written down so I wouldn't forget it. You can go to her website. It's www.johannasparrow.com. That's if you want to learn more about her. There's a lot of information on her website. She's also, Johanna Sparrow, a self-help coach. She writes a lot of self-help books. I have this one along with another one titled, well, I don't know if the other book is a self-help, but I have another book from her titled A Life in Turmoil, A Life of Turmoil, excuse me. I haven't had a chance to read that one yet, but I did get through this. This was really good. I want to read the top of this book for you. It says, The Extraordinary Confession of a Young Woman's Battle with Abuse, Drug Addiction, and Prostitution. So it sounded like it was going to be really good, and it was. After reading it, I'm going to give you a little bit about it before I read the back of this book. So Johanna Sparrow, and it says, and H. Smith. H. Smith is Johanna Sparrow's aunt. So this was definitely probably very interesting for her to get all of these stories that were in this book from her aunt. It was a backdrop of being from Louisiana, New Orleans. So this was really good. I'm going to read the back for you so you can understand a little bit of the, like, just good tidbits that were in this book. It is someone who's gone through a lot and they come out of it just still living. So it says, everyone has a story to tell. I've just been contemplating if the world was ready to hear mine. You would be surprised at who will try to stop you from telling your story as if it will affect them. I have scars, and my scars cover me from head to toe. I found my comfort by diving into a life of drugs, alcohol, and prostitution. I thought that if I got married, life would change for me. But looking back on it and laughing now, married life did not treat me any better. And that's because my husband was strung out on heroin and running the streets, sleeping with crackheads and whores. I lay down to die as a way to escape the pain I was feeling, but death didn't want me, not then. Today I am delivered, no longer living in life's darkest hours. I've survived my hell on earth, and I am not ashamed to tell my story. I cried many nights. I've overcome it all, and if I can survive my darkest hours of life and find peace and happiness, so can you. And I tell you, when I listen to what this woman has gone through, to me, it was like, sometimes you got to listen to other people's story to be like, yeah, what I've been going through hasn't been that bad at all. So when I, keep showing you that book cover. But one thing I want to say, with reading the book, there were things I read, like this woman, H. Smith, came from a big family. Matter of fact, the baby, was she the youngest? Yeah, I think she was the youngest in the family. And I was the youngest. I'm not from a very big family, but I am the baby. But just, hearing the relationship she had with her mother, how her mother really did not have her best interests in mind. Mom really just used her for what she was worth, being a beautiful young lady. So, that might lead hints to you in terms of like her and her life of prostitution. So like I was saying, she grew up with a big family of brothers and sisters. Like, you don't think that your brothers and sisters would be the ones to beat you down. And that was the case for her. Her mom pitting like the other siblings against her. That was like, it was disheartening for me because I had a mom that was very supportive. So to hear that her mom wasn't for that, and I always, because I came from a small family, I always thought and felt like it has to be great being part of a big family. And then to hear her side of it and say, hey, you know, the grass is not always greener on the other side. You got to be thankful. I have to be thankful for the little small family I did have. Hearing what she went through being part of a big family. The back of the book tells you a lot when she laid out about the husband and husband sleeping with crackheads and whores, and how she dove into a life of drugs, alcohol, and prostitution. All those, you know, tidbits. I guess you know, if you want to call them juicy tidbits, because I just think like the horrors of some of the things she went through, and I don't want to call it juicy, but yeah, some of the horrific things that she went through are detailed in here. And then to hear at the end of the story, her singing the praises of the person that was always there for her, which was God. This is like a true testimony that no matter what you've been through in life, sometimes, you know, people find comfort in so many different things in the end that bring them out of the chaos they've been through. And for her, she realized that God had always been there for her. So it was a great story for me to read. I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about Johanna Sparrow, because you might want to read some more of her books and her self-help books. And you may want to, she's a self-help coach. So she might be in a city where you are, or she may provide her services online. You want to go to her website and see it. So Johanna has a weekly radio show called Common Sense Talk. And you can tune in every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time and 11 a.m. Central Standard Time to Common Sense Talk with author and life coach Johanna Sparrow. For 1 hour, she talks about love, relationship, conflict issues, and much, much more. And I will put in the description box her website, which is www.johannasparrow.com, johannasparrow.com, as well as the link to get to her 1 hour talk every Thursday at noon. So I would recommend anyone, if you're going through a hard time, you feel like your life is hard, maybe you can even relate to having an addiction to drugs, alcohol, whether it's a sexual addiction. You feel like maybe you've been through something horrific in your life, and you want a little motivation to know that your life doesn't have to be over. I would definitely recommend reading Helen Scar. You might have to purchase it, but it is a good read. I would not hesitate on buying this, you know, if I were you. Not a very thick book. A nice quick read. Makes you say at the end, if she got through this, I can get through anything. Alright guys, I hope you had a wonderful, awesome National Book Lovers Day. And I hope to see you again soon. Y'all take care. Have an awesome one on purpose.